Hi there. If you're living in Humble, Texas, and you're on the hunt for a great dog trainer, you have definitely come to the right place. We're going to cover everything you need to know to make a really confident choice for you and your best friend. So, let's start with why this matters so much right here in Humble. I mean, a huge part of the lifestyle is being outdoors, right? And it's just so much better when your dog can come along. But to really enjoy those moments without stress, good training is absolutely essential. And we're talking about more than just the basic sit and stay. This is really about getting your dog ready for the actual situations you'll face every day, right here in our community. Just think about your typical week. A well-trained dog can handle the traffic and noise along the FM 1960 corridor, stay calm and focused on a walk through a busy park, and be polite when you run into other people and dogs on the trails or at a local cafe. These are the real-world skills that make life easier and a lot more fun. Okay, so how do you find the person who can help you teach those skills? Let's get into what really separates a true professional from the rest, starting with their whole approach to training. So the cornerstone of modern, effective, and kind dog training is something called positive reinforcement. It's a science-backed method that uses rewards, and that can be praise, a favorite toy, or treats to show a dog they're doing the right thing. It makes learning fun, and most importantly, it builds this amazing bond of trust between you and your dog. A good philosophy is one thing, but you also want a trainer who has really put in the time and effort to get certified. So what exactly should you be looking for on their website or business card? Now, I know these acronyms can look like a bit of an alphabet soup, but they're really important. They represent serious, difficult certification programs. Think of them as proof that a trainer knows their stuff. For example, a CPDT-KA requires hundreds of hours of hands-on experience and passing a big exam, so it's a fantastic baseline. And then you have ones like the IABC, CDBC, or CBCCCKA. Those tell you a trainer has specialized skills for tougher issues, like serious fear or aggression. Seeing these letters means they're dedicated professionals. All right, so once you've looked into a trainer's qualifications, the next piece of the puzzle is finding the right kind of program. Because believe me, not every format is a good fit for every dog or every training goal. Let's break down the two most common options you'll see. Group classes, they are amazing for helping your dog learn to focus when there are other dogs and people around. But if you're dealing with problems that only happen at home, like your dog going crazy at the doorbell or jumping all over guests, you really can't beat private in-home training. The trainer gets to see the behavior right where it happens. And then, of course, there are some other specialized choices. Day training is great if you're busy. The trainer works with your dog while you're at work. Board and train programs are super intensive, like a boot camp. And behavior modification is for those really specific targeted plans, for bigger challenges like anxiety or reactivity. And now for the topic on everyone's mind, the cost. It's a really important factor in any decision, so let's look at what you can typically expect to invest in professional dog training here in the Humble area. As you can see, prices can really range depending on the service. Group classes are usually the most budget-friendly way to get started. On the other end, something like a board and train program is a much bigger financial commitment. It's all about finding the format that tackles your goals and fits your budget. Okay, we're getting close. You've found a few potential trainers, you have an idea of your budget. Now it's time to make that final call. This little checklist is going to help you feel totally confident in your decision. So before you sign on the dotted line with anyone, you've got to ask these 6 questions. Their answers are going to tell you everything about their methods, their professionalism, and if they're the right match. Really listen to how they talk about customizing the plan and measuring progress. That's the sign of a real pro. Now, good training isn't just about your dog's behavior in a vacuum. It's also about being a responsible pet owner in our community, and knowing the local Humble and Harris County rules is a big part of that. This is where training gets super practical. The local leash law means teaching our dog to walk nicely on a leash isn't just a suggestion, it's a must-have skill. And those nuisance laws, they mean that working on excessive barking isn't just for your own sanity, it's for your neighbors too. Good training helps you follow all these rules without even thinking about it. The source material we're using sums it up perfectly with this quote. The big takeaway is that training is a team sport. Real success happens when you find a great professional who uses kind, effective methods, and then you, as the owner, keep up that work with consistent practice at home. And speaking of practice, Humble has some fantastic spots that are basically real-world classrooms. You can work on those leash skills at Schott Park, practice polite greetings at Humble City Park, or build your dog's focus around all the natural distractions at Jesse H. Jones Park. These places are perfect for putting what you've learned into action. Because ultimately, all of this effort pays off in so many ways. A well-trained dog makes all those everyday things, a simple walk around the block, a trip to the park, or even just having family over, so much more joyful and stress-free. Happy training!